Good morning, CK Cranes. I'm Jack Ortwein.
And I'm Charlie Gold. Today is Tuesday, May 9th, and we are coming to you from the new CKTV studio.
That's right. Today is our very first episode of CKTV, brought to you by the DVP class.
We plan to bring you weekly updates of what's going on in the building, Crane sports, and more for the rest of the school year and starting again next year.
Yes, so let's get to it.
There's been a lot going on at MSB over the past few weeks. 8th graders are back from interim, where they had a chance to rock climb, whitewater raft, bike, play games, swim, and so much more in Ohiopyle, Pennsylvania. Thank you to students and staff for such a successful trip.
Over the last 7 months, students at both middle schools, along with help from the campus nursing staff, mailroom, and Institute of Science, collected 742 pounds of plastic to be recycled and turned into Trex decking boards.
This project, which was led by Mr. Toth, with help from Mrs. Laurie and Miss Campbell, was ranked 5th in the nation among all participating middle schools. If you or your family are interested in continuing to recycle your plastic bags, you can drop them off at your local Meijer or Kroger stores. They also participate in the Trex program.
Last week, Cranbrook curator Kevin Adkison dropped by MSB to show our Exploring Cranbrook class a thing or two about the building furniture design, history, and art.
Speaking of art, 6th graders have been busy with all sorts of interesting class projects. As part of their DNA unit, they have been learning about silk screening. They had the chance to visit the Cranbrook Arts Museum and see an original Andy Warhol painting. They then came back and created their own silk screens of DNA strands, which you can see in the 6th grade hallway.
6th graders also had the second annual STEM field trip to Lion Oaks Golf Course. It was a rainy day, but they managed to still have fun and get a lot of hands-on learning.
Last Wednesday, juniors from the upper school kicked off their very first day of mentorship program with the 6th graders. Last week, they came over and had lunch and spent recess playing dodgeball and kickball with our students. They plan to continue this program next year.
7th graders also have several interesting learning opportunities happening. They are currently studying minerals and learning from mineral identification centers, including measuring density as seen here. They're working on their mineral museum projects.
Ms. Hatner and Mr. Meeksy are leading an overnight astronomy experience from 3 in the afternoon this Friday, May 12th, to Saturday, May 13th at 10 in the morning. The program is free to students and will be limited to no more than 30 students per campus. Please see Mrs. Hatner if you are still interested.
7th graders also participated in their annual egg drop this past Friday. We'll have more on that in our next episode of CKTV.
8th graders are moving into some exciting end-of-the-year projects. They will be creating 1920s newscasts in history, and they continue to work on Boat Regatta, which will take place on Wednesday, May 24th.
Yesterday, 8th graders had their annual visit to the Holocaust Memorial Center in Farmington Hills. They also viewed the movie Boy in the Striped Pajamas, based on the novel by John Boyne.
In other news, MSB Honor Band had a chance to work with Dr. Thornton from Michigan State and Dr. Kalena from Oakland University on Saturday, April 29th. They were able to play with students from 25 different middle schools. Special congratulations to Declan Lee on saxophone, Joshua Day on saxophone, and Roshan Desai on trumpet.
Congratulations are also in order for our robotics team. The MSB team, Bobobots, went to the World Championship in Dallas, Texas at the start of this month. Out of the 488 teams that competed, only 8 went undefeated in all 10 matches. Our Bobobots were one of those top teams. This season, they earned division champs, top 6 in the world and top 3 in the United States.
And the awards and congrats continue with our school newspaper, The Cranes. The Michigan Interscholastic Press Association awarded the Cranes editor-in-chief, Roshan Desai, with the Outstanding Middle Schooler Award for Aspiring Young Journalists.
At the National Scholastic Press Association Spring Convention in San Francisco, Crane advisor Ms. Hammett brought home several other awards for the Crane staff. They were awarded first place in Best of Show, and 2 8th graders earned individual awards as well. Congrats, Crane staff.
Now it's time for Cranbrook Kingswood MSB Sports. Our spring sports, and there's plenty to go see. The MSB tennis team has a home match this week on Thursday where they'll face West Hills at West Hills at 4 in the afternoon.
The MSB baseball team plays West Hills Middle School this Friday, May 12th, at home at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Track and field had a meet competing against and will be next Tuesday, May 16th, at Groves High School against Covington. Their meet takes place at 4:30.
Lacrosse also has some upcoming games. They will match up at Novi next Wednesday, May 17th at 6:45, and will have the SLL tournament over that next weekend on May 20th and May 21st.
That covers all of our sports this Chess Club meets every Wednesday at the middle.
2 new clubs just started up yesterday. Mr. Toth is leading Ultimate Frisbee. That club meets Mondays through Thursdays at 3:30 to 4:30. And Mrs. Shaw and Mrs. Dawson are leading the Outdoor Cycling Club, which also started yesterday. The cycling club meets Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 4:30.
Before we go for the day, if you haven't noticed, a Brookside parent helped connect British-Israeli street artist Solomon Souza to create the piece. Souza creates original artwork inspired by family and culture. The theme of this original artwork is founders and their vision for Cranbrook, featuring drawings of Mr. and Mrs. Booth. Be sure to check it out and admire this unique piece when you get a chance.
Well, that wraps up our show for today. Once again, I'm Jack Ortwein.
And I'm Charlie Gold. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week with another episode of CKTV. Until then, have a great day and a wonderful week, Cranes.